Hi everyone, I want to show you something I did that allowed me to super accelerate my learning and my skills in just a week to create a really cool painting and have a lot of fun, and also to create something that I can sell, even though that's not what I was intending. Hi, I'm Susan Jones and I'm so glad you've decided to join me at Watercolor Newbies today. On this channel, I'm documenting my journey to become a better watercolor artist by taking simple, easy steps, having fun, and taking the pressure off myself to produce perfect paintings. Come along with me. So you can see this painting behind me, which is actually 9 paintings. A lot of people have asked me to share how I did this. So here is what I did. So what I want to tell you is pick something simple like a pear and paint it over and over. That sounds really boring, but I am telling you it is the fastest way to accelerate your skills and your learning. So I want to show you something. One of these I actually have painted on the back of, see this one? Pretty crap, isn't it? So this is the first painting I did. This was the second one. If I had stopped here, I wouldn't have ended up with this. So there's a lot of things wrong with this. The colour doesn't work, it's overworked, paint just spread everywhere. I didn't, whatever. But that was the second one I did. Right, this was the third one I did. And then I think I did this one. And this one was actually the last one I did. So what I want to get over to you is, like, we think that we should do a painting and every painting should be a masterpiece. And if we're not producing masterpieces, oh my goodness, we're so bad. But actually, really, I reckon what we should be doing most of the time is practicing and then taking those skills into a painting. And what I found doing this over and over, I actually had a lot of fun. When I'm doing a serious painting, it kind of feels like, oh no, what if I mess it up? With all of these, it didn't matter if I mess it up because it was just a 6x8 piece of paper and I was just practicing. And like, so if I messed it up, I can just paint on the back of it. So, you know, we don't have to be really serious about everything, and I could just let go and have fun. And also, doing something over and over like this helped me develop my own style. This isn't copying anyone else, although I was inspired by one particular artist, and I'll tell you about him in a minute. But I could experiment with a whole lot of things, whole lot of colours, whole lot of different techniques. And I actually implemented techniques from people I've learnt from, but this is my work. And I have fun doing it, and I wasn't trying to do a serious, successful painting. So what did I do? I'll show you. I broke down a full watercolor sheet into lots of 6x8 pieces, and I chose that size because it's really easy to find frames for that if I want to frame it. And then I found a photo of a pear from Unsplash, and this is kind of like a realistic version. And I cropped it so it was the size that I wanted, and then I just traced that onto each piece of paper. Like, when I'm practicing, I want to focus on painting, not on drawing, so happy to trace it. And then I just chose a colour combination and didn't think much more about it, just got to work painting. So the artist that really inspired me to do this is named Bob Burridge, and you can find him on YouTube. And if you search for Robert Burridge or Bob Blass, you'll find him. He's a real character. He's an acrylic painter mostly, but he has some really interesting and really easy to grasp things about colour and composition. And I loved his colour combinations. I thought, oh, I'm going to try that in watercolour and see how that works. And actually, it was his idea. I was listening to him and he was saying, paint something simple over and over. And he does this every day just for practice, even though he's a really successful artist and he's sold heaps and does workshops. Every day he does practice paintings like this of simple objects. And then what he said he does is he actually packages them up and sells them when he goes to workshops or markets or that kind of thing. And people love them and buy them. And they're just his practice pieces. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to try that. And yeah, I found doing this actually was great warm up because I could just let go. But what I really loved about him was the colour, and I wanted to show you his colour wheel. So this is Bob Burridge's colour wheel. You can actually buy it from his website. Because of COVID and shipping is taking forever to Australia, so I didn't do that. I made my own, but you know, I encourage you to go and have a look at his. And this is basically what he does with colour. So I don't know if you can see that in the video. He has 10 colours on his colour wheel, and for every painting he chooses a dominant colour, and then it's not exactly complementary on this wheel, but the opposite colour is the focal point colour. And then he has what he calls 2 spice colours, so you can see them here and here. So this is like an ultramarine blue, there's a lemon yellow, and then a red and a green for a spice colour. And I thought that's super interesting. So I'm gonna paint lots of pictures and test this out. And so I want to show you how it works with one of these paintings. I feel like this one I did this really well. So you can see the colour wheel here. Hang on, it's moved around. Let me get that right. So it's like an ultramarine kind of blue. And so that was my dominant colour in this painting. You can see like about 80% of the painting is that colour. And then the focal point colour is the yellow. So wherever you want people's eye to go, you put that colour there, which is what I did. And then the 2, what he calls spice colours, are a red and a green. So in this painting, you can see there's a little bit of red here and on the stem, and a bit of green here and here. And just the way that those colour combinations work, I think are really exciting. So I wanted to experiment. And so pretty much all of these paintings are using that colour combination. And I doing it over and over was great because I got to understand how his colour wheel works, and now that's something that I can take into any other painting that I want to do. Now, there's something else that he talked about that he does as well that I learnt from him and I experimented with in this, and that is when he does a painting, he tries to go from dark to light and then from dark to light. So he tries and that creates a really dramatic lighting. So you can see that I've tried that in some of these, some not so successful. So like here where I did a kind of more coloured wash, it didn't work so well, but quite a lot of these I did get that dark to light and dark to light, kind of dark to light, dark to light. This one did that quite well too, and that just created a bit of drama in the paintings. And so like the more I did this, the more I found what worked and got something that I was really happy with. And like I said, if I just stopped here, like the colour combinations don't work, the technique is awful, and that lighting thing is not there. But by doing something simple over and over, I got something that worked. And none of these are a masterpiece in themselves, but together they look good. And I think I might actually frame this and put it in my kitchen. And I didn't mean this to be a serious painting at all. It was just fun and practice. But this is probably the first thing I'm going to frame and put up in my house. And not only that, people have said to me, can you put that on a t-shirt for me? Can you put it on a tea towel for me? And I'm like, maybe I can do something now with these paintings in it and put them in a form where people can buy them and enjoy them as well, which is awesome bonus just for doing practice. So that's pretty much what I did. If you've got any other questions, pop them in the comments. If you would like me to do like a sort of more of a demo and show you how I painted one of those, I'm really happy to do that too. Just give me a comment and I'll make a video doing that. But seriously, it's really simple. You just need to pick something, a coffee cup, a pear, and something really simple, and just paint it over and over and give yourself 1 or 2 parameters to experiment with me. So for me it was the colour and the lighting effect. and doing it over and over, you just, like, seriously, my skills and confidence, like the first two, I reckon took me ages, but by the end I was doing these in 20 minutes or half an hour or something, which for me is quite a quick painting. So have a go. I'd love to see what you do. I would love to encourage you not to have to make painting so seriously, it's so serious. Just have fun with it, practice, and you might end up with something that you're really, really happy with. So that's it. Any questions, pop them in the comments. If you'd like to see a tutorial of actually painting one of these, I'm happy to do that as well. But really, it's no more complicated than what I just said. Okay, go and do some painting and have some fun.